Is about to start. Grab your favorite drink. Sit back and relax. You're chilling with Hex Asians. With your host, Crypto Vince, Uncle Kevin Hex, and middle class working man.
Hex Asians? Nice.
Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa! Emotional damage. Give me sushi!
Namaste, Hexicans. How is everyone doing? Welcome to another episode of Hex Asians. While I wait for people to join, let's see what's going on. And just a warning: if you are watching this stream on replay, then please turn the speed to 2x. It will be much easier on the ear. And if you can let me know in chat what you guys are drinking. I am drinking some. Can you see this? Coca-Cola K-Wave edition. You can see fruity fantasy flavor. Well, fruity fantasy. It's June, so you are allowed to have fruity fantasies, I guess. Well, Pride. Happy Pride Month to those who celebrate, I guess. I don't think there are many people in the community because from what I've seen on Twitter and in YouTube space as well, there is a lot of homophobia. Uh, but let's see. I look a different topic altogether. Well, if you can see, I have already marked myself as the topic Hex Maximalist. It's a cool feature on StreamYard. The stream, again, thanks to non-sponsored shout out to StreamYard who makes streaming possible. Well, actually, I don't even know. The thing is, I'm struck with StreamYard because without it, I don't have access to this channel. Uh, uh, so shout out to StreamYard. Anyways, if you guys are listening, yeah, the start to my day was a bit sad. We have news from Ohio, another mass shooting. Well, moment of silence for that. But then I thought about it. It's like hmm, just another day in the US. If you you live by the gun, you die by the gun. And anyways, plus there are two wars happening across the world at the same time. So a few more deaths, gun deaths is the Ria Makaskas drop in the oceans. I think people might feel offended when I say that, but That's where the toxic part comes in regarding toxic X Max. Max, regarding the hex maximalism, you know, it is really difficult to do that now. I've seen, like, I think nobody in the crypto space or even the Hexagon space is purely from hex oriented. Like even I, like I always used to call myself a hex maximalish, because I did dabble in some other coins. Some of them paid off, some of them didn't, but I stuck to promoting only hex because that's what, of course, it is my biggest flag. But it's something I trusted the most. Oh, I I have my one regular listener. Ahmed, nice to see you. Uh, yeah, I I think I kind of doxed you on the Telegram. I did it like unknowingly. I did change the name again, but uh, yeah, you are in the Hex Guild. Of course. Then last week there was a bit of a controversy in the Hex Guild. We had a special guest. I was planning to join, but yeah, like always, I overslept. But didn't even oversleep, but wasn't awake enough to be streaming online. So I was just listening. And like 10, 20 minutes into the chat, of course, the then started promoting his own NFT project. Yeah, builders build. You want to try make something better than X. Great, good on you. If you're doing it on Pulse chain, even better. But go find your own audience. Don't come and chill on my channel. And so, like like a true toxic hex maximalist, I deleted the live stream. In, yeah, even the host had to wait a couple of minutes to understand it that it was me who they were thinking that it was YouTube that censored it, but no, it was me, Dheeraj. I don't think people would even get that reference. It's a anime reference from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I and it's one of those anime recommended. I think it would be highly recommended in the this Pride Month thing, but because of its gay references, but yeah, it's crazy. Anime, I love anime, and anyways, before slight tracking, where was it? Yeah, so I did that. It's me. Ahmed knows the reference at least. Uh, it's me, Dio. I, like I only know the series from these memes and like short clips of the anime. I didn't take the time to watch it entirely because yeah, already my like to watch list is long and I'll catch up on it sometime later. But yeah, so Eman Nabil is also an anime guy. Yes. Good to know that you two are a man of culture. Now people, my God, I was going to say something. Yeah, this is what I like. Of like and a bit of that is kind of anime. You cannot be anime fan if you don't like it. Like it's hentai, like it's kind of understood, like, but some of the like hentai are really have a good or better storyline than most of the Disney movies. So I I like it as well, which is like, uh, but the thing is, there is a lot of hate regarding anime, just uh, in Western media, of course, because it's drinking Disney's milkshake, but also, like, in general, I guess it can be classified as Asian hate. But uh, what if people get aroused watching, looking at um, animated pixels on their devices? Like, what is the problem with it? Yeah, there is always going to be there is always going to be a controversy regarding depiction of underage uh, women, but I have completely sidetracked all my discussions. I Let me take a break once again. I will go back to talking about Hex. Yes, and like always, like I think for the past month or so, we can see the Hex chart, doom and gloom, only pain. Why? Why are we even here? Just to suffer? They they ask you how you are, and you have to say you're fine, but you're not really fine. Eh, Down and to the right, no indicator. This is the daily MACD is looking like about to turn or reverse, but if you look at on the weekly scale, uh, still negative. So lo- it, it seems that there is going to be uh, a fake out. So it will don't be surprised if we see even lower prices, because like I was saying, most of the X influencers are like given up. Everybody is chasing their new flavor of meme coin, which, by the way, wasn't it just last week? I was talking on stream regarding the Pulse Chain conference, and they may soon there will be a they introduced so many actors that there will be someone launching a new token soon. And turns out Matty launched his own token, and of course you can, like any influencer token, there was a rug pull. Now you can call, like nobody can deny that it was a rug pull. Uh, so yeah, I kind of predicted it. I, I think somebody mentioned that it was. more of more of a honeypot than a rug. But either way, like basically, honeypot is. I think it was identity block talking about it. Like, yeah, they put in a certain amount of liquidity, uh, and I think because people had a confidence in that, they attracted more people, and just at the right time they pulled the rug. I don't know how I will stop sharing this chart. Uh, let's see. I don't even know how that token is doing now. But anyways, after being in Hex for such a long time, like we have seen everything come and go. Which, by the way, there was something I wanted to warn. Which coin? The only Raktul I know so far is beetroot. Uh, that's why I kind of say like beetroot was a complete rug pull. Um, the Matty token, I guess. Yeah. Let me see if I can bring it up. The chart. See, this is the problem with deck screener. Like it shows too many options. Plus, it show, you tin top. What's up? All good. Uh, Happy Pride Month. Once again, yes. Let's see if I can. Uh, what was I talking? Yeah, I was going to shit talk on Matty's token. Like, yeah, one more. There were so many meme coins shield to hexagons. Here is one more. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, I kind of predicted it. So the thing is, we here on the chart you can only see price movement. You cannot actually see the liquidity. For that, I think I'll have to go to PulseX, but I don't like using that IPFS website. Like EU, such a bad user experience. That's what I was going to say. Like, why hex price is down? I blame, like everyone, I am going to blame Richard Hart. Lack of a proper leadership, lack of proper communication. I hope you got the sarcasm in my voice, but it's like I try to do that, but there is so many things going on. Yes, other than Matty being kind of, there is another new Kukan, I think previously, yeah, the Fox Kukan, Fox token, they are launching a V2. So, uh, yes, Tintub's favorite meme coin is PDI. Yes, if you treat it as a meme coin and you know what you're getting into, good for you. But if you really believe in the narrative of it taking to $1, then I pity you. Oh, we have Hex Futures uh, joining us. Howdy, dowdy. Uh, Ahmed is saying, I agree with you. The problem is some people are still saying he is right. Uh, who is who who is right? I uh, but who am I to criticize? Look, we have we have sacrificed for the freedom of free speech, so we do have the right to criticize anybody and everybody. PDI didn't that get deep peg? Yeah, it's like whatever narrative. Currently, now again there is ice. I have almost blocked all other what you call people. I haven't blocked, but muted a lot of people who talk about other coins. So I am not kind of, but still I do get kind of random updates because hey, X algorithm works in mysterious ways. Uh, but now I guess there is a kind of a pegging for between LUSD, LU, PLUSD and PDI. I think PLUSD is, I think, the guys from Liquid Loans that got depegged, and I think they are trying to apply the same narrative as PDI. Anyways, like I showed you guys even like yeah, the the bots that were supposed to buy and get the like the uh, ratio to 1:1. They aren't actually buying as much. It's just normal people who are buying and selling that caused the price to rise. Plus, like it was, I would say, a couple of influencers were providing liquidity on Pulse chain, PulseX, or rather on Ethereum with with DAI, and they got short-changed. Like they ended up with a lot of PDI in their wallet. So of course, when you have lots of those tokens, like why won't you want the price to rise? Which like and I think that was also a part of their narrative, like Richard Hart or the SAC address or the OA holds on to a huge ton of PDI, so they want the PDI to pump. Yeah, maybe, but the thing is, I think this is one of the least talked about things. Uh, like there was a price fixer bot which could have made the ratio for PDI normal. Like it could have just made PDI $1 if it wanted to, but it didn't. So definitely didn't want to. So why? Why? Okay, like if you made money on that coin, good for you. But again, I am a toxic hex maximalist. I only promote hex, which I am. I only talk about it, like you need to know. I am trying to be YouTube influencer, so don't believe a word I say because I do hold on to some other tokens and which have like in the long term, if you see, have been. kind of well off, but nothing like even at I think it's 98% down or 99% down. Like I my profit percent-wise on Hex is still way higher. Yeah, tin top. Yeah, the worse the narrative, the harder the pump. Crypto is upside down world, clown world. Yes, you see, that's what happens. Like, which by the way, what I wanted to talk about the stream, I have, I had titled it. I think in June, crypto birds change tune. First of all, crypto birds is not an NFT project or any token that I'm going to launch. I wanted to just say, like with the analogy of birds of feather flock together. Then I was thinking, and there are so many analogies regarding birds, like like a bird in hand is worth two in the bush. Then of course you can, a chicken is a bird, so don't count your chicken before they hatch. And the third one was like don't don't kill the hen that lays the golden eggs. You know, in some parts of the country or rather the world, it's the goose that lays the golden egg. But in India, we were taught the story or told the story of a hen that lays the golden egg. But, yeah, so there are so many bird analogies to use, and kind of words of wisdom. A bird in hand is worth two in the bush. It's, I think, uh, it does have like other and connotations. Or rather, I remember Charlie Munger, who sadly passed away. I think just this year, in the past few months. Yeah, one of my heroes. But he was talking about it during one of the what is the name of their company, Berkshire Hathaway. Uh, what annual meeting, like a bird in hand is worth two in the bush. Depends on what by the blood. No, yes, but there is no bird analogy in that. It's true. You should that I think Charlie Munger's quote. I think or was it his friend Warren Buffett? Yeah. Uh, oh, buy when there is blood on the street, or buy the blood right now, or as always, buy the rumor and sell the news. But what was I saying? Yes, Charlie Munger had quoted that yeah, bird in hand is worth two in the bush, but depends on how much the bird yields over time and versus those birds. So and when are those birds going to be available? Like so, if your bird is going to lay an egg in the next day, which will give you another bird in full grown bird in 3 weeks, and you are going to take 3 weeks to catch those two birds. Then holding on to your bird is I said holding on to your bird. But yeah, a bird in hand is worth to in the bush, provided the rate of reproduction. Uh, anyways, but that also led to me to another thinking of another side track, like why there is this problem with people holding on to their original assets and moving to the latest flavor of meme coin. Uh, there is this classic puzzle or problem in probability that is taught. I wasn't taught that in grade school, but it should be. Oh, I don't know why. It's called the Monty Hall problem. Have you guys heard about it? Like, there is this old TV show where you are shown three doors. Behind one of the doors is a car, and behind the other two there are goats. So you are supposed to select one, and after you have selected, they eliminate one of the doors. uh yeah, so then you are given a choice to pick the door uh, that hasn't been eliminated, or stick to your door. So theoretically, or probabilistically speaking, it is always a probabilistically speaking, it's a better choice to be changing your decision and going with the second door, because if you search for a Monty Hall problem explained on YouTube, you will find a better worded explanation as to why it's like there is a slightly higher probability that the prize is behind the door that wasn't eliminated. So changing your decision is the right choice. But that is again a part of statistics, and there is if you remember, there is this Mark Twain quote. There are, or rather, it is attributed to Mark Twain. It's some other author, uh, that there are lies, there are damned lies, and then there is statistics. Because if you actually watch the show Monty Hall, or what was, I don't know, it was there was in- I used to watch, there was an Indian version of it. I forgot the name of the show, but yeah, there were multiple instances where the contestants stuck with the choice they had initially made, and won the prize. Because at the end of the day, like, it is still probability or a game of chance. So yeah, and a thin chance or a fat chance both mean the same thing. Uh, it's like, uh, but more importantly, I hope you guys know that all game shows are somehow or mostly rigged, and it was kind of exposed. Like, they used to change the prices behind the doors depending on the popularity of the contestant, just like they did it. So yeah, it was all about TRP and getting people's watch time, which is still the same thing. Everybody is trying to gain attention. Yes, we are living in an attention based economy, and YouTube is the worst example of it. like ha- have you observed, like, first of all, how YouTube has not been profitable in the I think past 10, 10 years rather, and there they are they keep adding more and more advertisements. And if you don't see ads on the channel, uh, like there will the channel themselves are sponsored by uh, some advertisers, you know. Like from the channels I follow, uh, the most ads I get either are VPN. I think we know they have reduced a bit because I think they learned that I'm not going to pay for a I would rather use Tor for a, but the second one I think brilliant. I I haven't tried the app, but most of the scientific content or what you call science communication YouTube, they are sponsored by Brilliant. And which other I for gaming there is Raid Shadow Legends, which like they were pushing so many ads. Now they have reduced a bit. Uh, Now I'm getting ads for Genshin Impact. The ads are like too much and forced, but some are quite good ads. See, the thing is, I really don't mind the ads. Like that's how we come to know about new stuff. But the problem is like, yeah, there are too many, and we are going back to uh, YouTube becoming what we call daytime programming or normal television. Like already, like if you see your feed, YouTube feed, like it doesn't show the videos of channels that you are subscribed to. It will still push those larger channels. Like for me, it is DW. I think it's the Ger, German Broadcasting House, CNBC. Uh, Barely Fox, but you get it. The same channels that were so, on TV are being pushed here. So what is and the smaller content creators are being pushed out of the game. Like eh, yeah, I continue to do this just to populate the YouTube database with more of what what is known as YTP, YouTube poop. But it's there is no way like a normal YouTube guy can be big on YouTube anymore. Like you, and yes, there is something I have a hunch of, like wha- when you are seeing these channels with sponsors a lot, like it may be that the sponsors are also pushing the channels on YouTube. So, like paying for the channels to be advertised because it contains their advertise. So, we may soon like mm, so YouTube has may come out with it because Did you guys know there was a kind of a leak on uh, of Google's like search algorithm, and it is kind of, yeah, all the things they denied, they turned out to be true. Like, yes, they were manually changing results, which is like still even worse on YouTube. If you and they are applying such bad practices, they Google has like they are pushing for whatever the Pixel and Chromebook repair schemes. So if they are trying to put it in their user terms that if your device goes to an to the official repair shop and they find third party parts being used, then they can just not return your device, basically steal your device. So yes, that's how bad Google is becoming. And it's like not just Google, these anti-repair practices are being like implemented, which uh, I am a strong proponent of right to repair. And if you guys haven't, like Louis Rossman is the go-to guy regarding it. He we like I watch most of his rant. His videos are mostly rant, but that's true. Like, yeah, and it sometimes like, when will we when will your blood boil kind of thing going on. Like, more and more of your freedoms are being taken away, and more so in the digital and the electronic space. Anyways, I am ranting them. Yeah, I can't really, which is why like I rather listen to rants than do it myself. By the way, I had to give a shout out to Crypto Wonder podcast. Yeah, and like he always says like, yeah, I'm just a guy who listening, or rather talking about ranting. Like, why I don't even know why people listen. There is this thing who is that philosopher. I think, yeah, Slavoj Žižek. I used to like that guy. I don't anymore, as I had mentioned it earlier. Like, yeah, he again, communist, nobody is friends, but like he has described it in like, it's like we are delegating our emotions to what the person on the screen. So that is why this uh, la- best example is of that of laugh tracks. Like, why we I think when we are this is more true when we are alone and we are watching a movie or a sitcom. Like, you feel happy, uh, but you don't really laugh at the jokes on the screen. That's what kind of these rants feel to me. Like, yeah, we are delegating our emotions, and yeah, I think it's kind of good. Like, maybe like taking out the anger. Other than that, there was I went. I jumped topics, but I hope. For you guys with your normal IQ, I may not have been coherent, but for me, I have spoken in a very linear fashion, connecting various words. So yes, I have been good. Um, I think there are still people watching, which am grateful for. Um, Other thing is regarding crypto news wise, nothing special. Yes, there is if you uh, uh, have been or were using Binance chain or staking on Binance chain, then they have shifted to they did their own merge. You know, there were two chains previously, the Smart chain and the Beacon chain. They did their own merge. Now there is only the Smart chain. So if you were staking on the Binance Beacon chain, then it has already stopped working. You are supposed to uh, redirect your funds to the Smart, or rather not redirect, migrate your funds to the Smart chain by I don't they said by June, so I assume it is end of June, but do it or else you might be losing out on your BNB that was on the Smart chain, or rather on the Beacon chain. You know, I did it. I almost had a heart attack because my tokens were not visible. Like, yeah, that's the kind of what still the scariest part regarding crypto, when your tokens aren't seen in your wallet, like it's still scary. We need a lot of improvement in crypto for the normal public to be able to use it. But so, which also reminded me, just last week I was informed regarding hack, or rather, one of the members of the Hex India chat group got hacked because he interacted with malicious contract, and it was like, I think, a few months later when they actually drained his wallet. So yeah, uh, be careful. Don't, if you want to try out new unknown contracts, create a new wallet for it. D- But also, like, there is, yeah, revoke permissions to contract after use. There is so many, there are so many things to talk about regarding, like, you use see, in these cases, like, using a hardware wallet doesn't make any difference. And I think I've mentioned it earlier, the biggest risk of in crypto is not your computer being hacked, or your seed phrases being stolen from your computer by gaining remote access. It's mostly social engineering to get you to click on links that will drain your wallet. So be aware of it. Plus phishing attacks. So so many people are getting hacked. Lucky. So I find myself, consider myself lucky so far. So far, touching knock on wood, that I haven't suffered any losses due to hacking. Well, technically, I think I've mentioned it multiple times. Like, yeah, I was kind of hacked because I had money on a contract on a bridge, but the hacker did not turn out to be a white hacker and returned the funds. And plus, actually, the token that I had on that bridge wasn't hacked because even the hacker didn't touch these what we call small cap coins because yeah, according to him, if he had like hacked those, they would have died immediately. So he didn't really want to kill the projects, but hey, that's how things are. Other than that, yeah, uh, Richard had posted regarding some SEC or other mm, US political stuff. Yeah, I just watch it for entertainment. Like, doesn't really affect me. Mm, What else? What else? Do you guys have any topic you want to share? Uh, if not, I still have about 9 minutes of time to pass. I, wa- yeah, there was something. Yeah, how much can I shit talk other projects and other influencers? Uh, yeah, did I talk about the Fox two Fox guys? Yeah, I think they are also doing a migration. You know, there is this old clip of other which movie was it? Mm, The Wolf of Wall Street, where they talk about how you don't let the guys walk away with the winnings. You just uh, push a new stock or encrypt. So there was this kind of a clip. Ah, Ahmad is I didn't attend the live stream last Tuesday as I was training a human. Yeah, plus I didn't have the. I had changed the timing, so I didn't expect anybody to join much. But anyways, you mentioned someone cosplaying as a security expert. Do we know that person? You may probably know it. I can't mention by name. It's considered li- what is libel or slander. I keep for forgetting what I think there are, but doesn't really matter, does it? Who that guy is? It's like if you are, it's like if the security tips are good, then it doesn't really matter. But some of them are uh, and it's like now I'm thinking about in hindsight that is it really that useful? Um, like anyways, plus it also shows some of their kind of biases. Like like xenophobia is uh, kind of rampant in the community in general. That is why like people don't really watch this ex Asians channel, but like what is the probability that the Chinese government will gain remote access to your uh, PC, or if you're going to travel to China or its related state and they crack your laptop, because able to crack your laptop the security because they have security measure, like they do have kind of security what how measures that they have to the companies have to give their encryption technology to the CCP, which is like yeah, like what is the probability of that? So yeah, don't buy Chinese software or hardware for is that Chinese hardware for crypto? Like, is that really a security tip, or is it just security tip guised under or see Asian hate guised under the name of security? It's like these kind of things. I maybe you will get the reference, but as to who that guy is, but I don't play now. But see, it's like it's not just enough to criticize. You have to give alternatives to what is being said. And regarding like cybersecurity, if you are really interested in it, then there are better channels, and I think you should be listening if you have kind of liking towards it, then you should be listening to the what are called DEFCON DEFCON security talks. It's kind of like even I don't understand half of the things that are being said, whatever but some of the talks are good, like uh, that all thing. Other than that, yeah, the last thing I wanted to talk about, nothing, nothing. Yeah, the last thing is, see, I'm, I find myself being kind of restricted on this channel because I can't use all the functionalities of StreamYard uh, and YouTube. So I am thinking of starting my own new channel, and maybe I will be doing so by next week. But I am too lazy for doing that. So till then, I will continue to uh, like stream on this channel, and even after that, like I may be doing some. I may find a method of simulcasting for a few days. So that's about it from my end. And that's the last thing I should maybe. always end on a high note is what is taught or something positive. Uh, really can't think. I had a thought about it. There is this Hindi poem which I may recite, rather I always recite to give myself encouragement, but it kind of loses its value when translated. But I'll try do that again. Like, these are there is this only one stanza I'm going to recite that डुबकी दरिया में गोताखोर लगाता है जा जाकर खाली हाथ वापस लौट आता है मिलते नहीं मोती सहज गहरे पानी में कट जाता है जीवन बस इसी हैरानी में पर मुट्ठी उसकी आ, खाली हर बार नहीं होती क्योंकि कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती Now, the English translation is the pearl diver dives into the ocean multiple times, but it's not easy to find pearls in the deep water. But he, he, not every time is his hand he does he come that empty-handed because those who try never fail. So, yeah, the translation murders the emotions behind the poem, but I hope I'm able to convey the emotions to you. The and especially regarding Hex, that it it looks bleak, but it's on being poised. I still believe it is poised up to do great things in the future because we aren't even at uh, we haven't one third of the way to 15 years. So uh, we have a long way to go. This is a marathon, not a sprint. So hopefully, I you guys like the live stream. I will see you guys when I see you. Hopefully, you will get the YouTube notification. Uh, or that's about it. And we will end with on a high note with our favorite song, Kacha Badam.
I badam ase palo mata churi mala diye mobile body bhanga diye badam mobile body gulo pasi se kadam tat saman saman tunga badam badam I badam ase palo mata